Hello! We've made it back. Glad you joined us. We're going to go ahead and keep this. Something just doesn't feel right about this. Trying to do a metal show. I mean, look at me. And I call myself a metalhead. Josh, I know we don't do this often, but can you hand me that shirt and that? No, not. Hang on. I'll just. Now then, we're ready to do a little metal. Let's go ahead and welcome our first guest, shall we? We know him from Spider Corpse. Hopefully you do too. Let's welcome at this time, Chris Hansen. Not that one. This one.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, man? Good to see you too. Have a seat. Oh, Lord.
Violent around here.
You got to keep it metal, right? How you been?
Been great. How about
Yeah?
yourself? Yeah.
Oh, good. Doing well. Staying busy. So I hear the word on the street is you're no longer in like 18 bands.
No, I'm down to one.
Down to one.
Yeah.
You just like table flip it and say the heck with it. And
a lot of people, a lot of schedules. You know how it goes. It's just,
yes, I do. Yes, I do. So are you still pretty active with Spider Corpse then?
Yeah. We just did a show Sunday in Mount Vernon, a Halloween gig.
Nice.
We opened up for Texas Hippie Coalition.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago. Now
Very cool.
A good show.
Yeah. Was it fun playing with them?
Oh yeah, it was good.
I know you're a lot like me that we've been in the scene for a while. That we have probably a laundry list of people that we've opened up for. Who's been some standouts for you that you've been able to either play with or open for? Or?
Well, it was early in the 90s. Actually, one of the first shows was at Nathan P. Murphy's. They played twice, I think, in the weekend, and we got on the first show of the weekend, but Jackal.
Oh, yeah. Did he do the whole chainsaw gimmick and all that, too?
There. I think Steve might remember that show.
Wow.
It was the whole weekend. They had a metal show on a Friday night, and then Jackal headlined the whole weekend Saturday night. But I consider that opening up for Jackal a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
that's really cool. How was he?
Interesting.
I've heard he's kind of a dick.
I was young, and it was one of my first gigs, and it was just, I don't know. It was just, the whole experience was overwhelming to a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
So,
well, and especially coming from Springfield where you think, I'm never going to get a chance to do some of the stuff that we've done.
Yeah,
so,
I was just kind of thrown to the wolves when I started playing. So
yeah.
And
what got you into playing metal and stuff, and why drums?
Because everybody else played guitar and bass, including me. And I played a little bit guitar for a couple years and wanted to be that shredder, you know.
Yeah.
First band, we had a singer, bass player, and 3 guitarists.
No kidding.
Yeah, and
wow.
I was like, oh, I guess I'll try out this drum
I guess you guys
thing.
didn't like making money, huh?
Nah. So I tried out the drum thing, and 30 years later, here I am.
Yeah, nice, man. Very cool. So I know you've played with a lot of different people and stuff, but you've also done special projects. Like you did weren't you a part of the Slayer tribute and stuff like that?
Yeah, we did a Slayer tribute, gosh, like 14?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And it was me, my guitarist at the time, Matthew Newkirk from Curmudgeon, and also Carla Kelly from Curmudgeon. And Richard Brantner, you're
not from Curmudgeon.
Not from Curmudgeon, but from your band, and I've jammed with Richard back in the day too.
Yep.
And Brandon was on bass.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And we called ourselves Slay Her.
Slay Her.
Because Carla's singing.
Yeah, that was a fun show too.
Yeah, it was great.
That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun playing all those.
Are there other bands that you were like, man, I wish I could, do another one of those one-off tribute things for?
I tried the Big Four once.
Yeah.
Where we did the Metallica, we won the Megadeth and the Anthrax and all that, and didn't come out quite as good as we wanted to, but we had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
I'd love to do a Megadeth set because they're probably my all-time favorite band.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. That would be fun. That would be fun. It's hard to get, as you well know, everybody on the same page and get to showing up at practices and stuff, and it takes a lot of work.
Jobs and lives and this and that and whatever.
Yep. Kids, girlfriends, boyfriends, car trouble, whatever. Yeah. Why metal and why only metal? Like, are we ever going to see you in a country band anytime soon or anything? Or is there other music that you like that people would be like, really?
I love Huey Lewis and the News.
There you go.
But there you go. Somewhere, if you do a deep dive on MySpace, you'll find me in a band called Forscorned, and we do a bluesy jazz bit.
Really?
I don't have a physical copy. It is lost to whatever time.
Like doom metal, jazz, that kind of thing? Or you're talking like
straight up
really?
blues jazz.
Wow.
And it was kind of comedy in it a little bit because the song was called The Skanky Bitch Blues. But Jeff Stone, he did the vocals on it.
No kidding.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. What a small world.
Yeah, that's about the only non-metal. But yeah, I don't know. Just since I was a kid, first band I got into was Motley Crue, Shout the Devil at like 10 years old.
Nice.
And I've been on that roller coaster ever since.
Yeah. Motley Crue, Van Halen, and AC/DC were kind of my my gateway drugs.
Yeah,
to,
I was
to
a guy.
metal.
I was a guy bringing my mom in annoyingly at like 12 years old. Listen to this Eruption guitar solo. I want to do that. And
Right.
I was like, that's nice.
Right.
Just turn it down.
Keep it quiet. Yeah. Another thing that you do that's really cool that I've been lucky enough to be involved in is the I know you're a big wrestling fan, the same as me. But you've kind of found a fun way to balance that with live music. Talk about
well, you stole our belt last time, buddy.
no, we want it fair and square, brother. Ooh yeah.
Metal Mania. Yeah, that's just an idea. Just bring people who are in bands and love music and love wrestling.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. And just a fun, something different, you know? You
Yeah.
just kind of threw something against the wall and was like...
Bands play their sets, and you get to vote for who you want to be champion.
Yeah,
and
it's like matches.
Yeah, so you got to defend it so we can win it back this year.
Yeah, well... Get a band that'll stick together. Oh!
Oh, yeah.
No, it's talking to me.
Right. All of us. I mean,
Right?
we're all such band whores.
We are. We are. Yeah. Ring it out and try it again. Speaking of wrestling, you're also you got your hands into some commentary and stuff. What are you doing over on YouTube?
Yeah, this is a project. I mean, I've had this long life. I've been a lifelong wrestling fan. When I was a kid, when people were playing Star Wars and G.I. Joe, I had all those, but I made wrestlers out of them.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So when I was a kid, 12 years old, bashing all my action figures together, made my own wrestling titles, belts, divisions, all that. I was that kid. Didn't think about it, you know, went to high school, growing up and all that, and didn't think about it again until video games came around and you could create your own wrestlers.
Yeah.
So I brought back all my childhood favorites. Then my roommate, Richard Brantner at the time, got him into it. He made up his wrestlers, and another good friend of ours, Jimmy Ramus.
Mm-hmm.
He come in, made some of his wrestlers. We were all we do it like role play, you know.
Right.
Sit there and wrestle the matches, and it was all good, fun time back then. And we did it old school back then. We videotaped one, and it was oh god, it was like do one copy it over to this tape, from this tape to this tape to this tape to this tape on a 4-track recorder.
Yeah.
We had a promo that was recorded off our answering machine from our buddy
Are
Mike in
you
California.
serious?
And it was like almost 3 hours long. I can't even watch it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
did you ever do backyard wrestling and stuff, by the way?
like personally? No.
No.
But it was all video game eccentric, and you know, then we all kind of had lives and kids and marriages and all this, and then just here within the last couple of years, new game came out and kind of have more time to do stuff. And you go to Universal Wrestling Dominion on YouTube, you'll find our page. We've got 2 shows going and introducing everybody to all the characters.
Yeah, and this is no joke. Like, you've got a roster full. You got like
60 wrestlers.
Yeah. And so you're kind of slowly introducing people to them and doing storylines and the whole thing.
And it's stupid and it's funny and it's it's entertaining.
It's great.
Got 10 minutes to kill. Watch our show.
There you go. Yeah. That's really cool. Speaking of, I don't know, that was a terrible transition, but whatever. You got some stuff to show us, I think. You want to do a little show and tell?
Sure.
All right.
Let you kind of flip through.
Oh gosh, let's see what we got here. Kinko's. I remember those back in the day.
That's just if you look at there, it's the old school how to make flyers.
No kidding.
If you remember the scratch off lettering and
wow.
You take a piece of paper, you get these little sheets here, and you get a quarter, whatever, line up all your little letters.
Yeah, you can see. Wow.
Yeah, and that's how tonight live at wherever. Yeah.
I literally am today years old. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought you
no.
You all hoard out the same buddy that was able to draw something more than a stick figure or something.
You'd find your newspaper articles or your magazine pictures and cut out what pictures you want to cool. I mean, I think the original is still in there.
Wow.
And you just actually cut, copy, and paste in real life. Like
that's nuts.
Glue and
it makes sense. It's why they're those terms. So before we even go down this rabbit hole, I'm going to tell you that you and I have been in bands and playing shows together for 10, 15 years now. Mm-hmm. I have the worst memory. So this is like brand new to me. I'm like, oh, really? We all were on the same? So what is this at, that's a ballroom.
It's a ballroom.
There we go.
That was
SM
my
Crucible.
that was my short time in Hessian Crucible. I
Yep.
played with them for about 6 months, and
Knife Death.
another local from back in the day, Knife Death.
Death May Die.
Death May Die. Or,
Aperture.
and
Il
Il
Morte.
Morte. Yeah, it was a fun
Wow.
show.
That's cool.
I mean, I'm like you. I vaguely remember.
Thankfully, I've got people in my bands that are like, "Oh no, and he wore the red shirt, and he said something about him and his bruise on his." Oh yeah, no, I do remember that guy.
Now, this is my very first live show ever at a young age of 19. Just a living room party,
Wow,
And we ended up our rehearsal place was in the basement of that house.
nice.
So,
Yeah, you've even got the map drawn on there and everything. Don't miss it.
All the hand drawn flyers.
Wow, you've got like a whole.
Yeah.
This is nuts. So is it like a thing when you're done with the shows and stuff that you just take some and
take flyers,
they're going to your binder?
put it in binder, and sadly, my
Good old juke joint.
yeah,
Before my time, before I moved to Springfield. So
that was a good place. All these flyers survived a basement flood, but the pictures and all that didn't.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of why they're rough looking. But yeah, I mean, this is back on Commercial Street Club days, back in if you don't know the Commercial Street Club, it's that police what do they call it, substation there in the middle of Commercial Street Club.
Oh yeah.
Used to have
Here we go. We got to do this one.
yes, and the
Good old public.
the
assassin.
Legends Public Assassin.
If you were a metalhead in the Springfield scene, you definitely knew who these guys were.
They started the death metal scene about in 89, 88, 89, something like that.
Yeah.
I got into the scene about 92, right out of high school.
Did you? Yeah. I think it was 2007 or so for me. I was a late bloomer, a late starter. I
Yeah.
moved here in 03 and
I'm an old
did
man.
nothing for 4 years, basically.
I'm an old man, so that's
That's really cool, man. That's awesome that you keep that, too. That's
yeah.
There's a lot of memories there.
I got a lot of tapes and anything else you can find. If you go to Mr. the Sick One on YouTube, that's my personal page. Has a lot of local music.
You also do really good with that for not just your bands, but other bands about, here's at least a song, so I'll throw it up on my channel. And
anytime I have a video and play with somebody, I at least record a song and try to add it to my
Yeah.
channel just so people can see
Yeah,
it.
that's much appreciated because not everybody, even all the cameras that I own, never think to bring one to a show and and document that. So thanks for doing that for not just me and you, but for everybody.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
Check it out and subscribe and like and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
you
do
it.
Do it. We've got well, I don't want to give it all away, but we've got some fun stuff we're gonna do if you don't mind sticking around.
Absolutely.
Before we wrap this up, though, I'm gonna give you a couple options. We can do an awkward pause. You can add to my big shiny ball, or we can make something out of Play-Doh.
Big shiny ball that gives me an awkward pause. I don't know. I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care.
All right. There's that. There's our big shiny ball. I'll let you add to it. Whatever amount of foil you would like, just rip some off and add it to our big shiny ball.
Interesting.
This is good content.
Oh, the 90s.
I promise. Right. No, almost everybody that's been on the show has added to that, so.
And I'll do it the dull side up just to be that guy.
Oh. Very cool. Chris Hansen, everybody. Stick around.